Hi, welcome to today's slow flow practice. We're going to start seated. Take a moment or two to get comfortable and to feel grounded beneath your seat. So I like to shift around a little bit and kind of nestle in like you're making a print of your body against the ground. And then we'll sit up nice and tall. With an exhale breath, we can close the eyes, relax the shoulders. Start tuning in. Let's find the breath. We're going to use our Ujjayu breathing today throughout the practice. Noticing the vibrational exhale coming from the back of the throat. It will calm us down and link us into the present moment. And it will help us and guide us flow from pose to pose, from movement to movement, and moment to moment smoothly and gracefully. So with an inhale breath, it comes in through the nose. On the exhale breath, we imagine that we're fogging up a mirror. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling with that gentle contraction coming from the back of the throat. Hearing the breath and feeling the breath. Breathe this way a few more rounds and then continue on and carry it throughout the practice today. We'll start to layer in a little bit of movement with the breathing. So with the next inhale, let's pull forward into seated cow. With the exhale, let's draw back into seated cat. Take that a few times, letting the breath be the guide. Connecting with the breath and just moving with it, flowing with it, and feeling that smoothness as you transition between the inhale and the exhale, the seated cow and the seated cat. Try to make it feel good and easy and natural in your body. We'll have the opportunity here to work out some of our kinks. So let's come forward to our next seated cow. And then let's take it into circles now. So we'll shift over to the side slowly. We'll pull back deeply, shift to the other side, and pull forward again. So just find a range of motion that feels good and smooth, pleasing for your body. Let's try to make it feel good. And as we're doing that and welcoming that good feeling into the body, let's try to also just manipulate the mind. So maybe you take a few moments here and think about a few things that you're grateful for. A couple of things that just bring a smile to your face, that make you feel happy, the things that feel right in your world right now. When you get to the back of the next circle, pause in that seated cat shape, and then just start to shift back the other way, the way from which you came. And we'll reverse the direction of these smooth, slow, feel-good circles. Your eyes could still be closed, and you're just using that Ujjayi breath to guide you, to explore your edges. Again, just to break up any kinks, any ruts that you're finding, just smooth them out. Good. Let's come back to the center and sit up nice and tall. We're going to take some shoulder circles now, and maybe you want to just continue to keep the eyes closed. Just kind of feel your body's movement from the inside out. Try to find your shoulder blades. Let them massage your upper back. Any kinks or knots or tightness there, just use your own body's movement to kind of massage them out, to work them out. Notice how you feel around the collarbone, through the neck, through the upper back. You can reverse the direction of these circles, again, just trying to make them feel good. The next circle, let's make it sort of like a horseshoe shape so that it can be nice and open across the heart space, but also soft there. So let's take ear to a shoulder, and we're going to start to roll the neck now. So chin to chest, ear to other shoulder. You can even let the head go back if it feels okay. Just start with maybe a smaller range of motion. And just make a full circle. And while we're exploring the neck and letting go of some of the stress there, make sure that you're also at ease around the face and the jaw. We can reverse the direction of these neck circles. Good, one or two more. And then once you're done with the next one, just again, sit up tall. Imagine your puppet string. Feel the length of your spine, the length of your neck, the gentle connection at the belly providing support. The hips are heavy, the shoulders are at ease, the feet are relaxed, your fingers are just draping over your lap. And we're just breathing, Ujjayu breath, victorious breath. Good, let's go ahead and come to a tabletop position now. And we're going to do more cat and cow work, but we're going to add on a little bit today. So let's take the hands a little bit further forward. And as we come into our next cow shape, you could see how it feels to drop your elbows down to the ground. So you're still kind of looking forward, still stretching the belly. And then we'll push up through the traditional cow. We're going to round away into cat. And then as we come back towards a child, so we're going to tuck the toes under. Stretch the arches of the feet here as you press back. So you feel yourself kind of smoothing out the fascia through the arch of the foot, the sole of the foot. Good. Now, as we come up out of the child's shape, we come by way of the cat pose. And then we're going to lay the tops of the toes down. We're going to drop to the forearms here. Lift the head, lift the heart. And also just kind of press into the tops of the feet. Good. Let's come up through the cow shape. So feel the stretch. Come into the cat. And then tuck the toes again. And let's press back here into a child's shape with the toes tucked under. We'll do each of those one more time. So rounding up through the cat, laying the tops of the toes back down as you come into cow. And then just bending the forearms and lowering down, still assuming that cow pose spine. Good. We'll then press up through the cow. We're going to round into the cat. And last time here, we're going to tuck the toes under as we come back to child's. Now you can stay in child's, or you could lift the hips here, and we come into downward facing dog. Let's take a little walk through the legs as we pedal the heels and bend the knees, and we're just kind of smoothing out now the fascia through not only the soles of the feet, but the backs of the legs as well. So around the calves and the hamstrings, and just finding a little extra space there, smoothing things out a little bit as we explore with our slow pedal of the heels. Good. Now let's let both heels be heavy. Let's press very equally, evenly into both of our hands and just hold the down dog a few more breaths. We can start to walk the feet forward, just nice, slow, easy, smooth walk here. Walking the path of your mat, feeling the good work that you're doing along the way. We'll let out a deep exhale breath here as we fall a little further into our forward fold. And we imagine here just the weight that we've been carrying on the shoulders sliding off, and the clutter that has been clouding up the mind is slipping out. Another deep Ujjayi vibrational exhale breath. And then we'll come up onto the shins. Let's come into the half fold. Let's move the shoulder blades back, really smoothing out here through the back of the neck and through your strong back. We'll take a breath in. With the exhale, we'll drape back down again. Welcome another deep back body stretch. Now let's reverse our swan dive. We're going to come all the way up here to extended mountain and just really lengthening here through the sides of the body and really throughout the entire body as we reach an extended mountain. We'll exhale and just bring the hands to the heart. Let's go ahead and reach up again. We'll take hold up top and we'll just lean over to the right, opening up that left side body, smoothing it out. Good. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale the other way. Up to the center here. Inhale. With the exhale, a very wide swan dive back down into the forward fold. We're going to step the left foot back here, all the way towards the back of the mat. And then we'll go ahead and drop that left knee. And we're going to work with our kneeling lunge. We're going to move around the pose a little bit today, but you can always come back to this place using the support of the ground. If it works for you today, we're going to come up. And let's start with just the arms down by our sides. Think about creating a nice stretch here through the quadriceps and into the hip flexors. With the inhale breath, as we lift the arms, we're also just going to kind of push away here towards straight with that front leg. It doesn't have to go all the way straight. And then with the exhale breath, let's drop the arms and smoothly here sink back down. Good. Inhale, pressing up, move slowly, reach to the rooftop. And then exhale, sink in and welcome the deep stretch. Rising up as we breathe in. Sinking in as we breathe out. Good. This next one, we're going to come up and we're going to stay here for a moment. Can you bring your prayer hands to your heart and then start to hinge from your hips? And we're going to reach down towards the mat. And here we've landed in a kneeling pyramid pose. If it feels okay, you could peel up the toes on that front foot, and you might even try to find a few ankle circles. Listen to your body along the way. If it doesn't feel right, you don't have to add this part. Once you've done a few circles in one direction, let's try a few more the other way. Good. And then just come back to center. Find one more deep exhale here as you sink in just a little further. And then we'll come back up into the kneeling lunge and we'll lift off of the back knee. From here, we're going to slide those back toes in, anchor them, and we'll find a warrior one as we lift it up here and just hold this one. As the body becomes still, just feel yourself kind of smoothing out your breath. With the next exhale, we can open it up just for a few breaths here into Warrior Two. See how this one feels today. Settle into your appropriate spot. And then we'll tip it back. And then take a nice big smooth circle here as you cartwheel the arms forward. And then we'll exhale our way back into downward facing dog. You can choose to stay here, or you can ride the wave of the inhale breath into plank and then just follow the exhale breath all the way down to the mat. Inhale, we have a little baby cobra here. On the exhale, we can pull back either child's pose or downward facing dog, letting all the breath out. Let's take a breath in. And then with the exhale, We'll walk on up nice and slowly here, taking that walk, walking the path to the top, fully giving into the fold. Let the head drop for a breath or two. Let's find that half fold, an inhale breath, pulling up here slow and nice and long. And then exhale, we'll release back down. Let's reverse our swan dive. Reach up and feel that big, beautiful stretch of extended mountain. And then exhale, hands will come to the heart. We'll sweep up to extended mountain again, taking hold again, and then just leaning over to the right side. Let's come back up to the center, and then just lean it to the left side. Good. Let's come up to the center, and then take a big dive down into the forward fold. A half fold here. Lots of length as you stretch out. And then a nice smooth release as you exhale back down. Let's take the right foot back now to the back of the mat, and we'll drop down into kneeling lunge. See how this feels first. And then if it feels okay, we're going to go ahead and climb up, and we'll start with the arms low, the hips get nice and low, the heart is light and lifted. As we inhale, let's reach up and try to straighten that front leg. Exhale, settle back in. So this is nice and slow here, taking your time. Good. The breath is something that we hold on to here. It's something that helps us out. This next one, we'll lift it up and we'll hold it up. And then we're going to bring prayer hands to the heart. Slowly hinge forward. Reach down and find the mat. Now you can keep shifting back a little bit more and maybe pick up the front toes. If that felt okay, we're going to roll the ankle a few times. We'll go back around the other way a few times. Good. Hold in the center. Maybe sink back just a touch more. And then we'll come forward through the kneeling lunge. We'll lift off of the back knee. We'll slide in and set up our warrior 1 feet. And then we'll bend that front knee, lift up here into your warrior 1, and just settle into a still spot for a few moments. Find the breath. Let the inhale just naturally transition right into the exhale. We'll inhale. As we exhale, we'll open to warrior 2, readjust, get cozy into this shape and kind of find your own spot. Good, and then we'll tip back. We'll come all the way down, nice big wingspan there with that circle, and then we'll pull back. You could flow through a yogi vinyasa here, or just continue resting. Your cobra can be low, or your up dog a little bit higher. And then we'll pull back, down dog or child's pose. So we're going to go ahead and stay close to the ground. So let's go ahead and come down. We'll finish up on our backs. So we'll swing the legs around. We'll give the knees a hug. Just giving your body some thanks for showing up here on the mat today. We'll finish with a gentle twist. So let's open up the arms wide. Let's drop both knees down onto the ground over to one side. Let your head just turn the other way. Good. The head can come back to the center, followed by the legs, and then we'll just take it the other way. Good. Let's come back to the center. We'll draw the knees in. Let's get one last hug here, a tight embrace. Thank you, body. I love you, body. We'll release it. We'll find a spot, maybe stretch out the legs and just get cozy, get comfortable again. Come back to the smoothness of your breath. Let's spend some time here, just honoring the body. Stay as long as you can. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.